After 18 weeks of NFL regular season football, playoffs. Yes, the playoffs are upon us. With one regular season game remaining currently in progress. We know the schedule for NFL Wildcard Weekend 2024-2025. We got the dates, we got the times, we got the networks, we got the teams that'll be playing one another. From a Ravens perspective, it's only right that the bitter rivals of the AFC North, Baltimore Ravens and Pittsburgh Steelers, meet for the first time in Baltimore for a playoff game. Of course, it's on prime time. Speaking of prime time, the Flex Zone podcast, we're prime time. We're going to be breaking down each game, giving you the preview, telling you when, where, and how you can watch it. And of course, if you're watching us right now, you know the drill. Make sure you stiff on that subscribe button. Go ahead, hit stick that like button, give it a nice tackle, blitz that bell, vote on the poll. What matchup are you looking forward to most at the Flex Zone podcast? Official NFL Wildcard Weekend preview. Got the Ravens, the Commanders, and the rest of the NFL schedule ready to break it all down for you right here, right now. Only place giving you that wild card coverage how you want and when you need it. Flex Zone Podcast. Happy Football Sunday, everybody. Week 18. Living the dream on the Flex Zone Podcast. Only place giving you sports how you want it, fellas.
When you need it.
When you need it, baby.
The three-man weave is back in full effect. The one and only DMVD, the Dynamic D, and of course, the one and only Big Raj joining me on a special Sunday night edition of NFL Postgame as we have the NFL Wildcard Weekend preview and schedule released, and no two better gentlemen to have with me to go through it and break down what's going on. And of course, with the Ravens, we know when, where, and who they play. But leading things off, Flex Zone Day One Original, A1 since day one, getting all your high school sports covered each and every day on DSN, DieSportNet. Ladies love the D, and so do we. Your friendly neighborhood cousin D. What's up, D?
What's going on, Byron?
How you feeling, D?
Feeling good tonight, man. There's impending snows coming. The markets are empty with the food and the eggs and the toilet paper. Hope you all got it. You're only gonna be shut in for a day now. You ain't gonna like you shut in for a week. It's only a day. Don't be panicking like Baltimore City did. Nothing came down. They panicked Friday. But anyway, DieSporting Network giving you the good high school basketball right now. We're gonna have some pro-am basketball action coming over the weekend. We're not going to have too much, of course, as you know, weather permitting here, but we do have a game coming at you right after the Flex Zone post game. You can switch over to DieSporting Network and see one of the top-ranked girls teams in the country, Bishop McNamara, in action.
Appreciate it, D. Good to have you as always. And the social media producer who makes streams pristine. He may be a little more nervous, if you know what I mean, after hearing who the Ravens have to face and when. It is the social media producer, the one and only, your favorite's favorite, Big Raj. What's going on, Big Raj?
No bread, no water, just me.
Finish him, Daddy.
That's one big son of a bitch!
Oh, you done? You done with the sound effects?
Hold on, let me. There you go.
Finger licking good special. That's what I'm talking about.
Since the people, I guess they can see your face. It's just a still shot.
I mean, hey, as long as they can see my beautiful face, they should be straight. But this is your boy Big Raj. I'm back with another one with Byron and D. Yeah, we have to talk about this playoff game coming up, the wild card game versus the Ravens and Steelers and some other ones. But yeah, man, it should be fun. I'm very nervous, as you can tell by my voice, but we'll talk about it.
Let the people know what they need to do if they're watching this right now.
If you're new to the chat, if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button to the Flex Zone podcast. We do Ravens football, Commanders football, Maryland basketball and football as well, and we talk other sports also. So please hit that like and subscribe, and you know, come join us on this journey.
D, I'll get to you first. When we get these schedules and the networks fight over who gets what game, we know the Super Bowl is on Fox. Can you talk a little bit about that? And now, of course, with the Monday night game and ESPN as well, getting another game in the divisional round also.
So, in the wild card round, it's the second year that a streamer is getting a game. So last year it was Peacock. Amazon was a little hot about that. So they put their bid in and to get the wild card game this year, which you can almost say technically is the old ABC/NBC game you would get on Saturday. So that's on the prime time. CBS this year has the actual wild card game, so that's why they have two wild card games, and everybody else gets one. And like Byron said, in the divisional round, each of the four major networks get a game. Look like this year, ABC and ESPN to be first. Then it'll be CBS on the Saturday slate, and I think then on the Sunday side, NBC had that 3:00 game, and then Fox had a 6:30 game. So that's why the Monday night game will be definitely the winner of that game will be playing late on Sunday of next week.
Raj, looking at the schedule initially, what are your thoughts? Do you like the streaming aspect? I know last year was your favorite streaming service, Peacock, Amazon Prime this year, ESPN as well on a Monday. You like the schedule? Raj? Do I got you? Do I got Raj?
I'm here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was doing some things in the background, but no, I don't like that. The streaming services have the games. I prefer them to be on regular television. I prefer them to be on cable or something like that. But you gotta act well for us. We're able to watch it because it's the Ravens and Steelers, and they'll be on Prime, but it'll be on regular TV here. But if you're a Ravens fan outside of that and you don't have these streaming services, then you don't. You got to pay for them to watch the game. I hate that. Or go to a restaurant to watch the game because I'm pretty sure a local restaurant is going to be showing it. But yeah, man, I don't like it. I'm not really feeling it. But it is what it is. It's the sign of the times, as people would say. But that's just how it goes. Oh, what's going on, Brother Hendo? I see Brother Hendo is in the chat. I was on the chat with him and Yolanda just about like 10 minutes ago.
Real quick, Hendo, tell Miss Yolanda, how do we get in contact with her? We want to get her on the show. Please tell her to reach out to us or give her, our regards. We would love to have her on the show. Sorry about that.
Yes. We would love to have Miss Yolanda on the show. She's a wonderful Ravens host, and she knows a lot about football. So that would be fantastic to have her on the show. But yeah, man, I'm not feeling it. Like I said before, I just wish they would just keep it simple, but they can't do that because the money is too big, and I get it. Everything is about the money.
All right, guys, let's get to it. We got people filing in, everybody in the building. If you're in here, hit the like button, hit the bell. We are live right now. I don't know who else is live, but we got the live reaction to the wild card weekend. D, Raj, Saturday night. D, you said it. I was agreeing with you. Saturday or Sunday night for Ravens Steelers. How do you feel? I guess it's only right that the football gods will put Lamar's toughest opponents in front of him, starting at home, Saturday night, Amazon Prime, 8 p.m. And I'm hearing, D, and you maybe could speak to this a little bit more snow on Saturday night possibly also?
Yeah, talking about another system coming in Friday and Saturday, so might be more white stuff coming. How fitting it would be between these two rivals, which have played many times in the postseason since 2008, but have not played in Baltimore ever in this great rivalry. So should be interesting to see. Lamar Jackson, the old saying, if you're going to be the man, you got to beat the man. And Pittsburgh's right for the picking right now, but we know when they play the Ravens, somehow they get healed and they somehow like to show up. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. I'm rolling with Raven Mania. I think the Ravens are the better team as a whole in the two meetings this year. The Ravens defense really shut the Steelers offense down, and they really didn't do all that much in the first meeting, and they did a little something in the second one. Pickens will be playing, so that's going to be big. And, with the Ravens, the key will be if Say Flowers can play. He's day-to-day right now, but we know when these two meet, they don't give up much injury secrets or injury situations. So we won't know till 7:30 on Saturday night. Say Flowers will be.
Raj, I know the answer to this, but I believe you're going to be going to the game. Will you be packing an extra pair of underwear because you might pee yourself because you're that nervous?
Man, I'm packing a pair of long drawers. I'm packing some what are those little heat things? Put them in my hands, put them in my feet, put them in my stomach, put them on my back, put them on my hat if I need to. I'm gonna make sure I'm straight for this. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I'm not sitting all the way up. I'm sitting close to the bathroom, so that's even better, just in case. I come prepared for this. And I just
No water, just me.
That's one big son of a bitch!
yeah, the women might say that. But anyway, let me get back on track. Yes, the Ravens are the better team. They always have been the better team every time they played the Steelers. Have a better roster, have a better quarterback, have a better defense at times. But we always know to expect the unexpected from the Pittsburgh Steelers. They always come to play, even when they're not at their best. They always know how to play us. Tomlin knows us like the back of his hand. And I'm pretty sure that he probably wanted this matchup. Personally, I'm pretty sure he doesn't mind playing us in the playoffs because, one, they've beaten us a hell of a lot of times, except the last time we played them. But before that, they've kicked our ass all over the field. So, and of course, they have a built-in excuse that they didn't have George Pickens the last game, and I get it. And they'll have him this game, and we might have an excuse that we don't have Zay Flowers. But it goes hand in hand. Patrick Queen gets to come back home, steal a game from us if he can, or steal a playoff victory from us. Show how much how much he hates us now or whatever. But I mean, only time will tell. You know what I'm saying? We have till next Saturday to really tune in and figure out what we need to do. But like I said before, we already know how to play this team. We are the better team. But the only team that I'm afraid of literally is the team that is in front of us, and that's the Baltimore Ravens. Are we going to not make mistakes? Are we not going to turn the football over? Have you noticed that every time we played the Pittsburgh Steelers, we have fumbled the football like every single game, at least 2 to 3 times per game? The only time it didn't really hurt us the last game was we fumbled 3 times last game, but we recovered all the fumbles. We got to be able to hold on to the ball when we play them because they know how to take the ball out of Lamar's hands. They know how to stop the run at times, and they make big turnovers. So if they can not do that at all this game, and if Stevens can find a way not to get picked on, which is probably impossible, then we should be able to destroy them. But it's going to come down to the Ravens, man. It's going to come down to, can they get out their own way? Can they not make mistakes? Can they not not run the football? Because they have tendencies not to run the football when they panic. So it's all going to come into play. This is probably the perfect game for the Ravens, actually, to exercise some of those demons again. Because I mean, looking at the playoff picture, if they do beat the Steelers, more than likely going to see Buffalo, and that's another demon because we played them, I think, 3 years ago, and we got beat down in Buffalo. And then, of course, if we beat them, then we got to see Patrick and them boys. But let's go one game at a time. The Steelers are going to be very, very tough to play, and it's just it is what it is at this point. For Lamar to get them people off of his back, he's going to have to really do his thing.
D, do you think that this game, even if there's no Zay Flowers at 100%, it's going to be the narrative about Lamar Jackson no matter what?
Oh, no question about it, man. It's going to be about Lamar. It's going to be about what he can do, what needs to happen. It's about all that stuff. He's got to play well, man. He's got to play well. This is the first game of 3 or hopefully 4 that he showed the naysayers wrong, man, that he's going to get the job done. And Lamar Jackson going out there, he probably will be the league MVP. He should be, in my opinion. His stats are way better than Josh Allen's. Everything. He's done everything better than Josh Allen to me this season. And Josh Allen or Mr. Saquon Barkley didn't play today. So any way you look at it, Lamar Jackson is the MVP, but this is the time. He knows it. He was saying it after the press conference. He was fully focused. He knows what he got to do. And Lamar, I trust, and I think he's going to get it done. He's going to start exercising them demons starting on Saturday evening.
Raj, how much confidence you got in your boy Harbaugh?
I don't have any confidence in him. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and be like, I have total confidence in Harbaugh. I don't. I have none. He scares the hell out of me. And hopefully it doesn't have to come down to him coaching. But more than likely it probably will. But I as much as I say that, you know, and Hendo knows, because Hendo doesn't have any confidence in him either. I do have confidence in Lamar Jackson. I will say that. I do have confidence in him. But he's not the issue here. And he probably won't be the issue on Saturday. Can Bateman step his game up? Will Mark Andrews be able to be found? Those are my questions. Because I know Derrick Henry's going to show up. I know he's going to show up. But I don't know about his receivers. I have no idea what they're going to do in this playoff game. We have not seen Bateman in a real playoff game, really, except, you know, when he played Houston and the Chiefs. He really didn't have to do anything in Houston, and they didn't even throw to him in the Chiefs game. Mark Andrews has been a no-show his entire career here in Baltimore when it comes to the playoffs. Can he rewrite the narrative? And this, you know what? This is the first time he's been healthy going into the playoffs. So he's going to really have to step his game up. Will Isaiah Likely be a factor? These are some questions I need answered on Saturday night for them to even have somewhat of a run if they find a way to beat, you know, the Steelers. But as far as Harbaugh, I'd have no confidence in him. He's just there for the ride at this point. And if he decides to, you know, make a blunder, if he does something stupid, or if Tomlin is out coaching him again, and we don't win, you bet your ass is that he's out of here. He's done, finished. I'll make sure of it that he's gone. So yeah. So he better not embarrass us on Saturday. He better show up, because I know Tomlin will show up, and he better not get in the way. At least don't get in the way. But help the team in the ways you know how to.
D, Harbaugh, how you feel?
I'm not going to be as harsh as Raj, because believe it or not, the Steelers fans are saying the same thing he's saying about Harbaugh. They saying about Tomlin, man. They haven't won since 2016. They haven't won a playoff game. A lot of times you think the Steelers are advancing, they get in the playoffs, and they get smoked, and they've been smoked the last couple of times they've been in there. So for both fan bases, man, it's kind of the losers in trouble in the sense of a public perception with the coaches, because they're coming back. Both of them will be back next year. Ain't no doubt about it. But with Harbaugh in particular, just can't get emotional. Just can't panic. Just got to stay within the game plan you got. You know, it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a battle. It's always a battle between the Steelers and the Ravens whenever they play. And we know in the postseason, it gets cranked up a little extra because they know the winner is moving on. The loser is going home. And for the Steelers fans, and I don't know if y'all heard Ryan Clark last night, but even he said, man, much we love Tomlin, they kind of since 2016 have been able to get it done in the postseason, man. They've been one and done. So it's a lot on the line at the bank on Saturday night. A lot on the line.
Real quick, some coaching news today. We talked about it earlier during the Commanders post-game show, but D, I'll start with you. Gerard Mayo fired after one season when it seemingly seemed like last week he was given the vote of confidence by Old Kraft Macaroni and Cheese. What is going on in New England? And now they have the number, hold on, they're picking 4th in the draft.
So they went from 3rd. They could have been 1st today. And Mr. Dillon, shout out to Mr. Dillon. He played his butt off today. And they beat the Bills and dropped their draft stock down. But bad look on the Robert Kraft, man. It really is, man. Bad look. You can't hire a guy in 1 year and bring out your statement saying, well, it was a gut feeling. I like to hire. I wanted to do it. I look good at the week 1 and then just deteriorated during the year. I'm like, Drake Mayo not Drake Mayo, I'm sorry. Drake May didn't even start the year, man. He came in later on in the season, man. It's like, if I coach in 1 year, man, it's tough. It's ridiculous. Now, if it's something like what happened with Urban Meyer in Jacksonville, for example, the team just out of control, that's something wholly different. But in this case, they was playing for Mayo. He won his last game. They've been competitive for most of the year. Now, they did get smoked by the Chargers last week, but outside of that, they've been pretty decent throughout the year in the sense of being competitive. They need weapons, and that's up to Robert Kraft, his GM in the front office, man, and they did Mayo a disservice, man, because they didn't have a whole bunch of weapons, especially at the receiver spot. They stunk to high heaven at the wide receiver spot, and Robert Kraft, not looking good on you, buddy. Not looking good on you at all. You need to, hopefully, whoever you hire next, make sure they get a couple years extension and on the contract. You fire me after the first year, I'm not only getting a bunch of money, but a big load of Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Raj, Patriots being goofy.
Drake Mayo is hilarious, by the way. But yes, the Patriots are being complete idiots. If that was the case, he should have just kept Bill Belichick, man. I mean, if you're going to fire him after 1 year of service, not and having a rookie quarterback who hasn't really done anything at North Carolina, it's just stupid. It just really is. It's dumb. And then I remember he had a recent interview with the Breakfast Club where he talked about why he fired Bill Belichick was the same reason he just fired his head coach now. I'm like, bro, he only had 1 year. Like Bill had at least 20 plus years there. It makes no sense, man. It is stupid. It was illogical, and the only thing I can think of why they did it is because Mike Vrabel is out there, and they might try to interview him and get him to have the job. But the biggest issue is they don't have any pieces. They don't have any wide receivers. They don't have any weapons. They don't have any running backs. They have really nothing. They don't have no offensive line. They have a good defense. They've had that, but everything else is like, bro, you have to build around your quarterback. Tom Brady told them that since 2018, since they won their last Super Bowl, that you have to give me some weapons. And they have not done it. They have not done it these last 5 years. Who has been that number one wide receiver? They haven't had one. They haven't had a number one running back. They had Ezekiel Elliott last year, and he was on his last leg. So if you want to point the finger at somebody, you pointed at Matt Kraft macaroni and cheese because he should have known better that for you to win in the NFL, you need more than just a quarterback. You need pieces around the quarterback, and they had none around Drake May. They had none around the quarterback they had before him, and they're not going to have none in the future. So it is what it is. I think they're goofy. I think that was stupid, and they're going to continue to keep losing.
Since 2021, David Culley and Urban Meyer. These are one and done coaches, by the way. Lovie Smith and Nathaniel Hackett, Frank Reich, and Gerard Mayo. Robert Kraft did have a statement, which we did read earlier, by the way, during the Washington Commanders post-game show, over red skies. So you want a nice reading of that letter? Feel free to go check that out as well. Real quick, also Tyreek Hill, D, talking about he wants to be traded from Miami, but they're bringing back Mike McDaniel, and in the Indy, they're bringing back Shane Steichen as well.
Well, we'll talk about Miami first. Tyreek Hill suffering right now. Suffering because he left Kansas City. He went for the money. He wanted the money. And guess what? You got it. And it ain't going to bring you that much happiness, man, because you've been in the playoffs every year except this year, but you've been one and done with Miami, man. Been one and done, and now if Tua's not going to be consistently playing, the Dolphins are screwed, man. They're screwed because, as we've seen, and we know here, old Snoop Doggy Dog Huntley, he throws the ball like a little Snoop Dogg because his throwing motion is not great. Not great at all. Seen it again today. He stunk the joint out. And, I mean, Tyreek Hill's going to suffer. He's going to suffer down there in Miami. Now, back to the Colts. They should have started, and I'm on record saying this, they should have had Flacco start the whole year. Let Richardson learn. Did Richardson play a little better when he got back in there? Yes, but, again, Richardson need to fully learn what's going on. We know he got an injury at the end. But, the son of the drunk earner Ursay, they're going to keep going down this path, man, till they fully get it right, let the GMs and stuff do their thing. But I say this with the Colts situation. If they don't get it done next year, at least make the playoffs, brother going to have to go, man, because they're not financially sound. They're not doing stuff as well as they should.
Go ahead, Raj.
Tyreek Hill is an idiot. Tyreek Hill is a fool for leaving Kansas City. I get it. He wanted to get paid. He wanted to have all the bread in the world. He has about.
I'm about to go rob something. Y'all know me. I'm dangerous.
Yeah, he's dangerous to the women because he likes to impregnate all of them. But other than that, man, I mean, he's an idiot. He's an idiot for leaving.
Finish him, Daddy.
That's what they all said. They said, finish me. But, I mean, come on now. He's a complete idiot. He's an idiot. He's getting what he deserves in Miami. You wanted the bread. You chased the bread. You got the bread. So take the consequences with it. Sure, you play with Tua. Tua's okay, but we know Tua has issues. Tua can't stay on the field. Tua gets concussions left and right. We understand this. But you did this to yourself. You was playing with a Hall of Fame quarterback and Patrick Mahomes, the guy that's on every commercial with his goofy head coach. I mean, come on now. I mean, you don't leave a Super Bowl champion. You don't leave him. You stay until he can't play no damn more. You're a complete idiot, and you're getting what you deserve. And I hope you continue to keep losing. They need to keep you there in Miami, for all I care.
That's right.
That's what you get for being stupid. Next time you keep your ass there, you keep your ass in Kansas City, and you wouldn't be complaining right now. You would be winning championships, not just one. You would be winning multiple championships. But he wanted to be selfish. He wanted to be goofy. He wanted to continue to create more children out of wedlock, and this is what you bastard. But anyway, that's my rant. I'm sorry.
Speaking of bastards, it's one final bastard up in New York, New Jersey. And he had his final game today for the season. It's none other than Aaron Rodgers with the Jets. And his final. Did you guys hear your boy?
Yeah, I heard that.
Do you hear Doc?
I would say this. They both might be going to retirement together. All right, him and Paramount. Both might be going to retirement.
Do you hear the wonderful sounds of Doc, Raj? You just love it, don't you, man?
Yeah, I love Doc. Doc is great, and I don't feel sorry for Aaron Rodgers. I really don't. Because, like I said, like D said before, when he ranted a couple weeks ago, he should have stayed his ass in Green Bay. Why in the world would you want to go to the New York Jets? Out of all organizations, why would you go there, knowing damn well they're a losing organization? You haven't done anything since 1968, since Martin Luther King was alive. You want to go there and you think you're going to win a championship? Are you stupid? Are you foolish? Are you goofy? I think you're all the above. So yes, I'm so glad that they got what they deserve. He got what he deserved. He's been on Pat McAfee show every week, gloating, being goofy, going at Ron Clark, going at this, that, and the third in the media. And he deserves everything he gets, man. He deserves everything he gets. If he wants to go back to the New York Jets next year, have at it. Have at it. But I just think, man, he was goofy for leaving Green Bay. He should have stayed there. He should have been on hands and knees, begging, the cheesehead gods to keep him there. But he wanted to leave, and this is exactly what he got: losing seasons with the New York Jets.
D, you want to put a bow on the Jets season?
Well, I said it last week when I was on. I thought they would beat the Dolphins. They did. I didn't explain why, but they did. But that's it for Aaron Rodgers. Boy, I tell you, what a sorry way to go out. But we've been saying it for years now. He should have stayed with the Jets. I mean, not Jets. He should stay with the Packers. Well, we tired, man. I mean, yeah, you got the 500 touchdowns today, man, but no playoff run. The team's about. Didn't the team have a better record without him last year than this year?
Yes.
It's like man, you're going on like Roger said earlier, you're going on Pat McAfee, criticizing this, doing that, doing the other. It's not good, man. It's not good for you. And somebody's gonna get him because somebody needs a quarterback. I mean, Kirk Cousins is gonna get paid again. People need quarterbacks, man. So if he decides to play, somebody will take him. Just that simple.
All right, guys, let's get to these games real quick. 4:30 D, the annual Houston Texans showcase on Wildcard weekend. This is on CBS this time. Jim Harbaugh got the Chargers back in the big dance. Is it one and done for Houston? Are the Chargers going to be rolling on their way back to Kansas City potentially?
I think they are, man. I think Houston, the injuries have propelled them. Losing two of their wide receivers has really hurt them. They don't protect Stroud well. I mean, if you watch the Ravens game, they just destroyed them. Anytime Houston's played anybody good this year, they have not been able to get it done outside of Buffalo early in the year. They was able to beat Buffalo at home. What do concern me about the Chargers, again, they don't have many weapons, but what they do have, they use well and they use enough. And I feel that the Chargers going to go in the Houston and get a win. That's my prediction. They're going to get a win and get it done.
Raj?
I think this is the best, possible scenario for the Houston Texans, because I thought they was going to get their asses kicked by the Steelers. If we saw them again, we was going to destroy them. So I think playing the Chargers, who haven't really been there like that, who are still a little bit green around the edges, I think this is going to be a pretty good matchup for them. So either team could win, but I don't think I'm going to roll with the Texans. No, I'm sorry. I don't think I'm going to roll with the Chargers, just because Jim Harbaugh is there, and Justin Herbert, he's been criticized left and right, and he hasn't won a playoff game. So I think he wins his first playoff game, and I think that it'll be a good little victory for the Chargers. But the Texans, man, they have been fumbling, bumbling, and stumbling. Did y'all see that commercial with Stephon Diggs with his foot wrapped, talking about this team is gonna miss me or something like that? You gotta check it out. You got that joint is funny. You gotta check it out. But
It's a commercial. Oh boy, I'll try to find it.
He literally has a commercial that came out like a couple days ago saying that this team is gonna miss me, pretty much. So so yeah, I'm rolling with the Chargers, man.
Sorry about that. Yes, we know Steelers, Ravens, Saturday night, guys. Ravens in prime time. We don't have to give picks yet, but it's a game the world wants to see, I guess, on prime.
Well, I give mine since I probably won't be going to ball night. I think the Ravens are going to win. It's going to be a tough game as always with Pittsburgh, but I think they're going to take care of business and win and find a way. I think Russell Wilson is doing in these games they've lost. He is trying to do too much, man. It's like, keep it simple, man. Keep it simple. He tried last Saturday night, tried to run, get more yards instead of getting out of bounds late in the fourth quarter. It cost him there. This thing he's just trying to do too much, man. Let it come to you. And the Steelers usually use the running game to set up the pass. Now their run game has not been that good, but we'll see if that changes for them coming out. But defensively, they got to get a spark, man, and we'll see. But I think the Ravens at home, at the bank, crowd be back with them. First playoff game ever between these two in Baltimore. I like the Ravens in a close game. Close game to win.
Raj, I know you're nervous. You don't have to give your pick right now, but you will be at the game, so I'm sure it'll be exciting.
Yeah, I'll be there. It should be cool. Since I missed the AFC Championship game, but I will be there. I'm not giving my pick right now. I got to see what's going on during the week. But I want to say this: if you're new to the chat, I see it's 25 of y'all in here. Can y'all please hit the like button? That would help us out. That would be nice. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and hearing our opinions and thoughts of these goofy people around the NFL, and of course of these Ravens that we love so much. Please hit that like and subscribe button. But yes, I'm not going to give a pick now. I got to see what's going on during the week. Got to see how Zay's leg is holding up. Hopefully he's ready to go next week. Not sure if he is or not, but we'll see. But it should be fun. It should be extremely fun, extremely nerve-wracking, because we have to play our rivals, and we hate our rivals. But yeah, man. Yeah, I'll get my pick a little later.
Sunday, 1 p.m. D. Buffalo and Denver. Denver's defense is good. Josh Allen, potential MVP. Is he going to be able to get it done? This is big for him, too. How do you feel about that game? Bo Nix doing his thing today.
Yeah, they did well. Kansas City laid down today, and Denver took advantage of it like they were supposed to and took care of business in the playoffs. They're still a little offensively challenged at times, man. And just think you're going to Buffalo. We're supposed to get snow. I know we're supposed to get something here over the weekend coming up. If we're getting something here, up there it's going to be a little bit more frigid. Denver's used to playing in somewhat cold for the most part. I don't know if Knicks is, though, but I would take Buffalo in this game. I think they're the better team as a whole, and they've been playing a lot better. So I like the Bills in this one.
Go ahead, Raj.
Yeah, I'm rolling with the Bills. I don't gotta wait to make this pick. I'm rolling with the Bills. I think it's a nice little story that Denver got in with Bo Nix and just Mr. Daniels were fighting for the Rookie of the Year award, and Bo Nix has been on his tail. And I thought he just played well during the season, man. He adapted very well, to the system that his head coach has, and having Cortland Sutton, to throw the ball to, and Mims, they play extremely well for him. Having a decent running game also helps, and having a great defense helps as well. But I just think not Justin, but Mr. Allen, Josh Allen is going to be too much for him, especially since this is his first playoffs. And I get that Josh doesn't have the weaponry that that certain other teams have, but I still think that he's a great quarterback, and he still has a nice little cast of characters that's going to help him out. So and then I think the weather is going to play a factor as well. So I think Buffalo's going to, I ain't going to say steamroll Denver, but I think they'll beat them probably by 2 touchdowns. As Brother Thoughts, who's in the chat, gave his thoughts. So appreciate you, my good fellow, being on.
D, you already said you feel like the Packers have no chance. It looks like Jalen Hurts, I'm sure, will be back. Saquon. And we don't know the health of Christian Watson. I believe he got hurt today also, D.
He got hurt. I know Love was left the game with a hand injury.
Oh boy.
For them to lose to the Bears, though, man, it's a little like Bears to struggle. I mean, they had lost 10 straight. Week 1, these two played in Brazil, and the Eagles kind of controlled the pace of that game throughout it and took care of business. I just feel Green Bay, as good as they played this year, they ended up being the 7th seed still, and just think the Eagles are tailor-made to beat a team like Green Bay. They got to come up here to Philadelphia. They won't have the confines of the cheese and Lambeau and the cold there. We'll be taking on a different kind of cold. Philadelphia Eagles well rested and won today against the Giants. So I like Philadelphia. And if they're fully healthy, I like them big.
Go ahead, Raj.
I still think it was silly for sitting Saquon Barkley. So if they don't win, I'm gonna slide the hell out of them if they don't win. But I think Philly's gonna win. I think Green Bay. I think whatchamacallit's having a sophomore slump a little bit, Mr. Love. And even though I love him, he's a great quarterback. I still think he's having a little bit of a slump. His weapons are playing as well as they did last year. And the running game is okay, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. I think Philly does steamroll Green Bay. And I think they'll be ready to rock them as soon as they hit the field. And I think Hurts will be okay. I think Hurts will be fine.
Sunday night, D. The Commandos, as you call them, better known as the Washington Commanders, travel to Tampa for Sunday night football. Wow.
Well, I was saying in the chat, these two met to open the year, week one. 2 week one matchups in the NFC. How about that, by the way? And Tampa Bay really dominated Washington then, and we didn't know. I said Washington would win 10 games, so I'm not shocked they did what they did this season, but a lot of people didn't know what Washington was going to become. Daniels did struggle today against the Cowboys, man. For he got what we say, bench for rest. He got rested.
Yes, he got rested. Yes,
I suppose so. He did struggle a little bit. I feel Tampa Bay, what they like to do a lot, usually will hurt Washington. Lattimore, hopefully he plays. That's a big deal. He can go up against Evans. The other wide receiver that's replaced Baldwin right now, I actually have him in fantasy. He's been doing really well. Irvin's been really doing well as a running back, him and White as a tandem. I like Tampa Bay in that game. Just think it might be a little too much for Washington here in the 6th spot. It might have been better if the Rams would have won. They might have matched up better with the Rams going out to LA.
Raj, are you believing in your boy, Jaden Daniels? You did say he would be the best quarterback of this draft class. We all thought, D as well, that the Commanders would be improved, maybe win 9 or 10 games. They win 12. How about the Commanders, man? I think they got a shot against Tampa. Baker did torch them in the first game, though.
And I agree with D. I'd rather have them play the Rams more so than play Tampa Bay, because we know how hot Baker Mayfield can be, and he's been extremely hot these past couple games. Jaden Daniels has been hot as well, so it's going to be a test. But I just think the Buccaneers are going to, I ain't going to say blow them out or anything like that. I think it's going to be a close game, but I don't know. I just think the Commanders should have played the Rams. I'd rather have seen that matchup because I thought they had a legit shot of beating them, more so than beating the Buccaneers. But I could be wrong. It could be the Commanders could easily beat them. So it's going to be a good matchup for 4 and 5. But yeah, I got right now I'm picking the Buccaneers.
It's always one upset, guys. Remember that. At least one, if not 2. So we'll see. But Karante, I know you might be in the chat. If Marshawn Lattimore plays, I think the Commanders have a better chance than people think. So we'll see. And on Monday, the loser of the Vikings and Lions, and it looks like did the Vikings just go for it again in the red zone and not get it after being close to a touchdown?
I think you are correct. I think I just looked up and seen they didn't get it again. We have some folks saying in the chat the Rams not looking impressive. I mean, there's 2 teams that's 14-2. I mean, you expect the battle. Expect the battle, and I don't think it matters whoever wins this one. I think the Rams will be in a little bit of trouble. They didn't start Stafford today. I think that might have been a mini mistake because they were still playing for some seeding. I didn't know that Tampa Bay was that close to them if they would have won. So once they kind of knew Tampa Bay was going to win, I'd have tried to go out there and try to play so I wouldn't have to play the loser of Minnesota and Detroit. The Rams, you might feel like you might would have matched up better with Washington, even though I think Washington would have matched up better with them as a whole. But I would rather take the team that's got 10, 11 wins coming in than a team that's got 14 wins coming in. You know what I'm saying? Even though they come to your house, but we know the LA teams don't have a home field really. So I like the loser of the Vikings and Lions tonight to beat the Rams in Los Angeles.
Raj, how you feel about that on Monday night? Brother, thoughts? I know you're in the chat.
What's the matchup again?
Monday night will be the loser of this game. Lions up 10-6. Vikings just went for another fourth down. Didn't get it in the red zone. And they play on Monday against the Rams, and the Lions or whoever wins will be the 1 seed in the NFC.
Ooh, brother, thoughts? I know you in the chat. I don't like y'all team against any of them, even Minnesota or the Lions. So whoever they play, I think they're gonna.
I think they do okay against the Vikings. I think, like he said, I think they want to play the Vikings. So yeah,
I agree because of Sam Darnold, and I mean Sam has had a great year this year. Don't get me wrong, but he still has some question marks, and we've seen what Jared Goff can do.
And speaking of which, you just threw another pick, Raj. Jared Goff.
Oh, joy.
Well, so thank you.
Okay, well, never mind. You know what? They do have a shot. You know what? They do have a shot. You know, since these are two questionable quarterbacks. I'm gonna say that they're two questionable quarterbacks. They have a shot. I don't know who the winner is, of this game, but the Rams have a shot. But I'm still gonna go with the other team, whoever that team may be.
Oh man, I think that is pretty much all we got. As mentioned, Jared Goff just throws a deep interception to Harrison Smith. So there you go. There you have it. The wild card weekend slate. A lot of people.
Very quickly, Byron, just want to mention, Black Monday's coming tomorrow. We probably have some more coaching changes. I think Jacksonville's one you got to watch for. Raiders shouldn't be one we watch for, but you probably will. And that might be about it for now, outside the ones we mentioned earlier. But Black Monday's coming. And it's gonna be some pink ships being shifted out in the NFL.
Yeah, I was gonna say are they gonna get rid of Mike McCarthy in Dallas? Indeed, are there more jobs than legitimate names? Because Cravante and I said earlier, I guess you got Ben Johnson in Detroit, you got Cliff Kingsbury in DC, maybe Aaron Glenn, the D coordinator of the Lions. Who else?
You got Moncton here. Moncton's being considered.
He's like 70.
I mean, I don't disagree, but hey,
the Jets maybe.
Yeah, well, the Jets are.
Oh no, don't do it, Moncton.
But I agree, Roger. Don't do it.
Riverboat Ron, Rex Ryan, one of them.
Well, you heard Rex say. He said pretty much he go there. Aaron ain't coming back.
So who you gonna have a quarterback? You bringing Mark Sanchez out the booth?
Oh Lord, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. Black Monday tomorrow, Raj. Anything you're gonna be looking forward to tomorrow? Black Monday?
No, not really. We go through this every Black Monday. People getting fired, people getting let go. Googly-eyed owners are looking at the next coach and GMs of their team or whatever. It's all the same. But no, I'm not really looking forward to anything like that. But like I said earlier, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the Flex Zone podcast, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We enjoy doing things like this, and we love engaging with the with the people. KD Nation, Cravante, Angry Drunken German, Brother Thoughts is in the building. Hendo was here a little while ago. So we love everybody. Come through, say what's up in the chat and let us know what you think, of course. But this is what we do, honestly. And tomorrow we have a big Monday Night Raw on Netflix. So if you're watching Raw, come through. We'll be streaming it live. And we'll be having Brother Thoughts on. Of course, me, Byron will be on. Maybe Dre will be on. And a couple other people. So come through, man. Come through. This is what we do.
D, any thoughts on Netflix tomorrow? I don't know if you'll be able to join us, but what do you see happening tomorrow? A lot of sponsorship, a lot of WWE shilling things and pimping and being pimped as we start the road to WrestleMania. The Rock is apparently at the Golden Globes. Now, how you feel about Netflix tomorrow, D?
Well, I heard Triple H. He was on the Sports Illustrated media podcast, and he was mentioning how pretty much they're not under any time restrictions, so Raw can be 3.5 hours, 2.5 hours. He said, look, 90 minutes. Raw could be any time now, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Because they're not restricted time wise, it's on a streaming platform. So this is definitely a different frontier to be in. So it's gonna be interesting. They're definitely pumping it up. They're definitely putting the stars are aligned. They got them on there. But I think it's gonna be good, and they've built some good storylines for it. So I think it's gonna be a good night of wrestling if you got Netflix. And the host of that podcast is Jimmy Trainer, and he was mentioning he was hoping that eventually they get rid of Peacock and put everything on Netflix. He said he's tired of paying for Peacock.
He's tired of paying for the cock, Raj.
Yes, he's tired of paying for somebody's cock. But Marshall Brooks, I see you in the chat. I see you just moved to Maryland. Please, I know you're still a fan. I know your team is a mess. And this is a Ravens channel, but we love everybody on this channel. So, stay tuned. Hit the like and subscribe button if you're talking about your team.
Are you excited to see the final boss tomorrow, Raj, your boy?
The Rock.
Yes.
We'll see. It depends on what he does. If he goes out there and he whoops ass, I'll be very happy. If he just stands there with a belt, I'm like, why are you on this show? So it depends on what he does. But yes, The Rock is coming back tomorrow night. Hopefully he sets up something with Roman Reigns or Cody or both. Who knows?
Okay, D, how can they keep up with you, man?
Right, of course, Dice Winning Network on the YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, on the Twitter, Dice Winning Net. Right at 10:30 here, you get to see Bishop McNamara, number 6 ranked girls team in the nation, up against one of their rivals, Elizabeth Seton, here coming up. So check that out. And when weather permits later on this week, we'll be back out there covering action on the high school level once again.
And Terps can't get right, D.
On the male side, the women are looking good. The women are undefeated. The women are looking good. Women looking good.
Appreciate you as always, D. We will Saturday night. I guess we'll be doing the late night edition of the post game show. Looking forward to having you.
Yeah, I might drop on it if I'm still up, coming back from covering some action from Damascus.
Appreciate you, Big Raj. A big week of action, my brother. I'll let you sound off with the final word.
Yeah, just happy, just thankful to have a good football team. Thankful to be in the playoffs again. A lot of other teams don't get this privilege that we get, so I'm very thankful. Don't get it twisted. I'm a little nervous going into this game, but I'm very thankful to have Lamar Jackson. Very thankful to have the Baltimore Ravens here in Baltimore. Doing everything they can to win games. And it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing that I cherish, right?
Appreciate you, Raj. Appreciate you, D. We will be live, as mentioned, tomorrow for the debut of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And on Tuesday, we'll be live for NXT, New Year's Evil, and the Flex Zone podcast previewing Wildcard Weekend. Wednesday, AEW. Thursday, we'll have a Commanders preview. We'll have a Ravens preview as well. We will also have the post-game shows this coming week as well, and SmackDown on Friday. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell. Welcome to the Flex Zone podcast, only place giving you sports how you want it, fellas.
When you need it.
When you need it.
Check out Dice Sporting Net. Check out D. Got all your high school sport and action covered throughout the DMV and beyond. And of course, Big Raj, social media producer, makes the streams pristine. And yours truly, God's favorite host. Back again when we live. Check out all the previews for the Monday Night Raw matches. Check us out. We were live for SmackDown. We were live earlier today. Commanders post-game. Commanders preview. Ravens post-game yesterday. And looks like a late post-game next week, right, Raj?
Yes, sir.
Sounds good. We broke down the preview better than anybody else. Appreciate you guys putting the kids to bed. Ravens Steelers Saturday night, 8 p.m. on Prime Video. We'll talk all about it all week and see you for the post-game Saturday night. Peace. Peace.